Talk to the audience a little bit also about the impact it had on your investment business. You made a brief comment when you introduced yourself that not only were you doing 300 a premium, but you were just basically starting the investments. What was your GDC at the end of 2020, and how have you helped, or I should say, how have you used what you learned at P2P to help that aspect of your business as well?
Yeah, and I'm referencing a report here so I don't state it incorrectly. So we were doing, in 2017, when I went through the program, my annual GDC for the year was $45,000 of gross GDC. I look at our last quarterly GDC rolling forward. Our rolling 12-month GDC going forward should be about 400,000 in GDC. And this year, I think we've got a very realistic shot of bringing on $20 million of new investment assets. So our vision going forward is that we're going to be high performing on the core insurance practice and be bringing on anywhere from $15 to $20 million of new investment assets every year. So coming through the program was 2017 for me. Fast forward, so that was December of 17 when we're finishing up. My dad passed away due to a battle with cancer in June of 18, and that was kind of a taking stock moment for me in my life and in the career journey. And I had never made forum at that point, and I felt like I was capable of making forum and was frustrated that I hadn't gotten there. And I made a decision that, hey, this is going to be it. So my dad passed away at the very beginning of a new awards year, and the awards year ending in May of 19 was our first triumphal journey up the mountain of forum, and we've hit it every year since. And like I said, I think it was very much attributable to just a shift in mindset, a shift in behavior, and then the not just on the core, but on the investment side as well. And you said something very impactful to me during our time, and one of the things that I got most out of it was just you would speak belief over us and the people that were in the program, but you looked at me, in front of my peers and said, "Dude, you can do $1 million a premium." Well, that thought hadn't even ever crossed my mind. Like, it was never a stated goal. I didn't, that seems so far out of reach. That's like telling me I can go drive the golf ball 400 yards, And it was just that first seed of thought that was planted into the soil of my thinking that then, hey, given some time and letting it grow, it finally, sprang some fruit out. So anyway, I just say I got a lot out of it, and the growth has been pretty exponential. But you told us in the program, and I found this to be true, that it was going to take a time. I mean, you were teaching us a lot, and to actually come back with what we were taught, to get it implemented and to see the results, it would take a minute, and it did, right? I mean, we came back and we implemented, but it wasn't like we went from $325,000 a premium to $700,000 and $1 million premium in 24 months. But we started doing things differently. I started recruiting the team that I've built around me now. I've got 3 full-time staff members. At the time when you and I were speaking, we had one full-time staff person. So even just the growth of team and encouraging me that, hey, systems run this business, it takes great people to run those systems, and the way that I invested back in myself and the business changed as a result of our time together as well.